ज्ञानम सारम सर्वम संसार मध्ये ज्ञानम तत्वम सर्वतत्वेषु नित्यम ज्ञानम ज्ञानम मोक्षमार्ग प्रदर्शी तस्माद् ज्ञाने पंचमी सा विधेया. While explaining the significance of Kartik Shukla Panchami, the Purvacharyas have interpreted the given shloka saying,
O noble souls, the Gyan that exists in the world is the essence of all the three loks. Among all the elements, Gyan is ever present, therefore Gyan is supreme. It paves the way to liberation and serves as the means to attain all objectives. Gaining true Gyan helps one attain Samyak Darshan. Gyan destroys ignorance and other sins. Hence, on the day of Kartik Shukla Panchami, one must renounce laziness and negligence and perform the penance of Gyan with proper rituals.
Through the story of Varadatta and Gunmanjari, we will understand how they worship Gyan and attain moksha. In the city of Padmapur, located in Bharat Kshetra of Jambudweep, ruled the world-renowned and virtuous King Ajit Sen. His queen Yashomati was proficient in 64 arts, diligent, and an epitome of wisdom. They had a son named Varadatta, who was endowed with beauty, grace, virtues, and great humility. Being raised under the care of 5 nursemaids, he turned 8 years old. His parents sent him to a scholar at an auspicious time for education. Recognizing him as a prince, the scholar made great efforts to teach him, but Varadatta could not grasp even a single letter, let alone comprehend advanced scriptures. Time passed, and the prince grew into youth. During this period, due to the rise of inauspicious karma, he developed leprosy. As a result, his body became deformed and lost its glow. This caused him immense sorrow, and he spent his days in distress. In the same city lived a wealthy merchant named Singdas. He had deep devotion and faith in Jainism. He was extremely wealthy, owning 7 crore gold coins, and his name was renowned across the world. His wife Kapura Tilaka was a woman of exceptional qualities, understanding her husband's heart, devoted to him, and upholding the virtues of a faithful wife. They had a daughter named Gunmanjari, who was highly humble. However, she too suffered from a physical ailment. She was mute from birth. Singdas tried numerous treatments to cure his daughter, but none were successful. As time passed, she reached marriageable age, but no one was willing to marry her. This caused immense sorrow and concern in Sinhadas's family. It is said, a beggar, a fraud, a disease, death, and a person who speaks hurtful words, these 5 can trouble even a sage. By divine coincidence, holder of 4 Gyans, Samitis and Guptas, the revered Acharya Vijay Suri Maharaj arrived near the city while traveling from one village to another, enlightening noble souls along the way. The entire city, including the king and his family, went to pay their respects to the monk. After giving pradakshina to them 3 times and offering worships as per tradition, everyone sat down in their respective places.
Guru, wishing for the well-being of noble souls, told them, O noble beings, if you desire moksha meaning liberation, engage in the worship of Gyan through study, teaching and listening. But never, even by mistake, show disrespect towards Gyan. Those who even mentally disregard Gyan are born with empty minds in their next life. Those who consciously disrespect it are reborn as blind, deaf, mute, ugly or deformed. Those who verbally speak against Gyan are reborn as foolish and mute. There is no doubt about this. Those who disrespect Gyan through their actions or body and neglect acquiring it and make no effort to learn, suffer from leprosy, bile disorders and other dreadful diseases in their next birth. Their bodies become weak and fragile. Those who through mind, speech and actions disrespect Gyan, encourage others to do so or support such disrespect are reborn as utterly foolish beings. They lose their children, spouse, friends and wealth. Their minds remain restless and they suffer from various physical ailments.
Hearing this discourse, Sinhadas humbly folded his hands and asked the Guru, O revered Guru, What past karma has caused my daughter's ailment? Which past life deeds have manifested as this condition? What misdeeds might she have committed? When will she be free from this disease?
The Guru replied, "Your daughter has suffered this fate due to her past life disrespect towards Gyan. The illness she faces today is a result of her previous karma." Elaborating on her past life, the Guru said, "In the eastern Bharat region of Dhatikhand, there was a magnificent city named Khetakpur. There lived a wealthy merchant named Jindev, who was very wealthy. His wife Sundari was extraordinarily beautiful, graceful and delicate. Jindev had 5 sons. The eldest was Aspal, followed by Tejpal, Gunpal, Dharmpal and Dharmasar. He also had 4 daughters, Leelavati, Sheelavati, Rangavati and Mangavati. Jindev sent his 5 sons to a scholar for their education. However, instead of studying, they spent their time playing and indulging in meaningless chatter and speaking whatever that came in their minds. They had no interest in learning. Neither did they study, nor did they let others study. The children kept indulging in mischief at school and also disrespected Gyan and the Guru. If the teacher tried to explain something, impart good teachings, or even resorted to punishment, they would falsely complain to their mother. Believing her sons, the mother misguided them, saying,
"There is no need to study or gain Gyan. In this world, only the fools are truly happy. So live without worries. Those who study also die, and those who don't study also die. Therefore, do not grieve over anything."
In anger against the teacher, she even burned her sons' study materials, such as their writing slate, books, pen, and inkpot, destroying them in the fire. Additionally, she gave her sons the wrong advice, saying,
"If the teacher comes, pelt him with stones and pebbles."
All of this news reached Seth Jindev. He told his wife,
If you keep our 5 sons uneducated and ignorant, who will give them their daughters for marriage? How will they handle business matters, such as writing letters, maintaining accounts and managing finances? Among wise people, our sons will become a laughing stock. You have done something terribly wrong, and the entire fault lies with you.
Upon hearing this, the merchant's wife started berating him. With ill intent, she even spoke harsh and disrespectful words to her husband. Enraged, the merchant picked up a stone lying nearby and struck his wife at a vital spot on her forehead. As a result, she died. That same woman has now been reborn as your daughter. In her past life, she had greatly disrespected Gyan, burned books, and harassed the teacher. Due to those past deeds, she has been afflicted with this illness in her present life.
Upon hearing the words of Gurudev, Gunmanjari experienced great turmoil and suddenly attained Jati Smaran Gyan, meaning the Gyan of past lives. As a result, she saw her previous existence and, overwhelmed, fainted and fell on the ground. After being treated with cooling remedies and other necessary measures, she regained consciousness. To cure her disease, the Seth asked Gurudev for a solution.
Gurudev advised to worship Gyan, observe the ritualistic Chauvihar Upvas on the Panchami, meaning the 5th day of every Shukla Paksha. Place a sacred book on a platform, adorn it with fragrant flowers, and worship it with devotion. Offer incense, draw 5 swastikas, and present 5 types of grains. Light a lamp with 5 wicks filled with ghee, offer 5 varieties of fruits and sweets, and bow at the feet of your Guru. Then, O noble soul, perform the worship of Gyan with true devotion. Continue this practice for 5 years and 5 months. If you cannot observe the fast every month, then at least observe it annually on Kartik Sood Panchami, popularly referred to as Gyan Panchami, for your entire life. By performing this austerity with proper rituals, you will gain prosperity, beauty, good health, wealth, children, and grandchildren. Your intellect will develop, your reputation will increase, and ultimately you will attain the 5 supreme types of Gyan and the bliss of liberation.
The merchant responded, "She does not have the strength to fast every month, but she will observe it annually."
Gurudev instructed, first, take the vow meaning Pachakhan of Chauvihar Upvas from your Guru. Then sit in the northeast direction facing either north or east and chant Om Hrim Namo Narn 2000 times. If possible, observe the Panchami fast along with Poshad, which means temporarily renouncing worldly activities just like a Jain sadhu does, for even greater merit. On the day of breaking the fast, referred to as Parana in Jainism, first conclude Poshad, then make offerings to sadhus and provide meals to fellow devotees before breaking your own fast.
Upon hearing this guidance, Gunmanjari sincerely accepted the Kartik Sud Panchami fast from the Guru with a pure heart. Hearing Gunmanjari's story, King Ajit Sen also approached Guru Maharaj to inquire about his son Varadatta. Guru Maharaj revealed Varadatta's past life.
In the city of Shripur, in Bharat Kshetra of Jambudvip, there lived a wealthy merchant named Vasu. He possessed great riches and prosperity. He had 2 sons, Vasusar and Vasudev. One day, both brothers went to a garden to play with their friends. There, they saw a revered Acharya named Munisundar Suri. The 2 brothers approached him and bowed to him with devotion. Recognizing their noble souls, the Acharya imparted spiritual teachings, saying,
"All worldly things are temporary. What appears in the morning may disappear by midday, and what exists at noon may not be seen by evening or night. Nothing in this world is stable. Therefore, a life without dharma or righteousness is meaningless. This world is an illusion, and apart from dharma, nothing holds true value."
Hearing the Guru's discourse, both brothers developed a deep sense of detachment. After returning home, they sought their parents' permission and took Diksha under the same Acharya. They began following the path of pure conduct and travelled with their Guru. The younger brother Vasudev Muni practiced the sadhu lifestyle with utmost sincerity. Using his intellect, he studied and mastered all religious scriptures along with their meanings, becoming highly proficient. Recognizing his capabilities, the Guru bestowed upon him the title of Acharya. Thereafter, he regularly taught 500 monks the sacred scriptures. One afternoon, Acharya Vasudev was resting on his santhara. At that moment, a monk approached him and asked the meaning of a scripture. Acharya immediately woke up and explained it. After that monk left, another came with similar queries, and then another. One after another, many monks arrived, asking about different scriptures. Acharya patiently answered them all before attempting to rest again. Just as he was about to fall asleep, another monk arrived and asked for an explanation of a verse. Not only that, but he kept asking one question after another, repeatedly disturbing the Acharya's rest. Frustrated, the Acharya became angry and harbored negative thoughts, thinking,
"My elder brother is so fortunate and carefree. He is foolish, so no one ever asks him anything. He lives in comfort, eats well, and enjoys life without any disturbances. If only I were as ignorant as him, I too could live in peace."
The Acharya began contemplating the supposed benefits of foolishness, concluding that there were 8 advantages to being a fool. 1. No worries about anything. 2. Eating without restraint. 3. No dissatisfaction in life. 4. Sleeping whenever one desires, day or night. 5. No need to evaluate responsibilities, as ignorance prevents any sense of duty. 6. No attachment to honor or prestige, and no anger at insults. 7. Rarely suffering from illnesses due to a stress-free mind. 8. A well-nourished and healthy body. Believing that ignorant beings live the happiest lives, Acharya decided,
"From now on, I will never teach anyone a single word. I will forget everything I have learned. and will neither study nor practice new scriptures.
Frustrated, the Acharya observed silence for 12 days without confessing his sins or seeking alochna, meaning repentance. Due to his impure state of mind, he passed away with inauspicious thoughts. The Guru then revealed to King Ajitsan, because of his dedication to charitra, meaning ascetic conduct, that Acharya was reborn as your son Varadatta. However, due to the karma of his past life, he was born extremely foolish, became a subject of laughter, and is now suffering from a severe illness. Meanwhile, his elder brother, who was considered foolish, was reborn as a swan in the divine Mansarovar lake. Such are the mysterious workings of karma.
Hearing Guru's words, Varadatta suddenly remembered his past life. Overwhelmed, he fainted but regained consciousness shortly after. Upon recollecting his previous existence, he developed immense reverence for the Guru. Seeking a cure for his son's illness and a path to salvation, the king asked the Guru for guidance.
The Guru responded, "Fasting removes all suffering and purifies past sins. It is highly beneficial."
Varadatta, eager to follow the path of penance, asked the Guru for a suitable austerity based on his abilities.
The Guru instructed,
"You must observe the same fast that Gunmanjari is practicing. Perform this penance every year on Kartik Sood Panchami for the rest of your life."
Following the Guru's advice, Varadatta observed the fast with sincerity. Over time, he completely recovered from his illness, and his appearance became radiant. His combination of beauty and intelligence attracted thousands of princesses, who organized a grand Swayamvar, meaning a ceremony where a bride chooses her groom and married him. Varadatta then mastered 72 arts and became proficient in all of them. As time passed, Varadatta's father developed a sense of detachment from worldly affairs. Consequently, he placed Varadatta on the royal throne, renounced his worldly life, adopted Diksha life, and wandered peacefully while following a disciplined spiritual life. Varadatta too diligently observed the austerities of Gyan Panchami every year, ensuring the well-being of his people and earning immense fame and glory. He ruled his kingdom happily for many years, and when the right time came, realizing the transient nature of the world, he handed over the throne to his son and accepted charitra or initiation from his Guru. Meanwhile, Gunmanjari also observed the Gyan Panchami austerities with pure devotion. The power of her penance cured all her bodily ailments, enhancing her beauty and grace. Her father arranged her marriage with Jinachandra, a highly prosperous merchant endowed with divine abilities, and gave a large sum of wealth as dowry. Gunmanjari lived a long and prosperous life with her husband, enjoying worldly pleasures while also sincerely worshipping Panchami and utilizing her wealth for righteous deeds or sukruts. As time passed, she heard the teachings of an enlightened Guru, took Diksha, observed a life of strict discipline, and ultimately attained Samadhi Maran, a term in Jainism for a peaceful and spiritual end to one's life. Similarly, Varadatta, now a monk, also attained Samadhi Maran. Both of them were then reborn in the fifth Devlok, which could be referred to as celestial plane, the Vaijayanta heaven, where they enjoyed divine pleasures for 32 Sagaropamas, an extremely long period. In the eastern part of Mahavidya Kshetra, in the city of Pundarikini of Puskalavati Vijay, there was a king named Amarsen, who was a devout follower of Jainism and possessed all virtues. His chief queen was named Gunvati. When Varadatta's celestial lifespan ended, his soul was reborn in Queen Gunvati's womb. Adorned with exceptional qualities, the soul took birth after 9 months. His parents celebrated his birth with great festivity and named him Shursen. Raised under the care of 5 different nurses, he grew up to be a bright and skilled child. By the age of 12, he had completed his education and mastered all the arts. Upon reaching youth, his father arranged his marriage with 100 exceptionally beautiful women, all proficient in 64 arts. Eventually, King Amarsen handed over the kingdom to Shursen and departed for the afterlife. Not long after, the revered Lord Simandar Swami, who shone like the sun, arrived in the region. a forest guardian informed King Shursen about his arrival. The Devs or celestial beings constructed a circular samavasaran, which could be referred to as a divine assembly hall. Millions of deities gathered to serve the Lord. The king, overwhelmed with joy at this news, rewarded the forest guardian generously and prepared to pay his respects to the Lord with great splendor, accompanied by his entire family. Then he sat down to listen to the Lord's discourse. During the sermon, the Lord explained the importance of worshipping Gyan Panchami, stating,
"By observing the Gyan Panchami austerities, all suffering ends, and the soul attains immense fortune and prosperity. Varadatta himself practiced these austerities and attained great happiness and wealth."
Hearing this,
King Shursen
eagerly asked the Lord, "Who was this Varadatta? Please narrate his life story to us."
The Lord then revealed to the entire assembly the past life of Varadatta and proclaimed, "O king, the soul of Varadatta is none other than you yourself."
Thus, after hearing from the Lord about the impact of penance, many souls were enlightened and accepted the austerities of Panchami. King Shursen too was inspired and ruled for 10,000 years, upholding the prosperity of his kingdom while performing numerous virtuous deeds. Eventually, he handed over his throne to his son and with great grandeur accepted Charitra from Lord Simandhar Swami. By practicing a life of strict discipline for 1,000 years, he burned away the dense karmic bonds, attained absolute Gyan, Keval Gyan, and ultimately achieved the bliss of liberation or moksha. In Mahavidaya Kshetra of Jambudvip, in a beautiful region called Vijay, there was a highly renowned city named Shubha. Its king was Amar Singh, and his chief queen was Amaravati, a woman of great virtue and celestial beauty. The soul of Gunmanjari, after completing its celestial lifespan, descended into her womb and was reborn as a son. After 9 months, the queen gave birth, and the child was named Sugriv Kumar. He grew up like the waxing moon, gaining beauty, grace, and virtues with each passing day, and by the age of 20, developing detachment from worldly life, King Amar Singh installed his son on the throne, renounced the world, accepted Charitra, lived a life of strict discipline, and ultimately attained liberation. King Sugriv, the rebirth of Gunmanjari's soul, married many noble princesses and enjoyed worldly pleasures. He had 84,000 sons. Eventually, he handed over his throne to his eldest son and established his younger sons as rulers of different regions. Then he sought out an enlightened guru, accepted Charitra, and lived a life of pure discipline. By following a path of righteousness, he burned away his dense karmic bonds, attained Keval Gyan, and guided countless souls toward enlightenment for 100,000 Purva, which is an extremely long period of time. Finally, after shedding all karmic bonds, he achieved the eternal state of moksha or liberation. Thus, the practice of Panchami worship grants immense fortune to worthy souls. This is why Gyan Panchami is also known as Saubhagya Panchami in the world. Therefore, O noble souls, engage in the dedicated worship of Panchami and hold it in the highest regard. This extraordinary penance destroys the fears of worldly existence, and through its practice, a soul attains boundless joy and prosperity in both this life and future existences.
This is not an ordinary tale. It is a journey of wisdom, one that leads from darkness to liberation. What Varadatta and Gunmanjari have shown is not merely a story, it is the truth of life. If we too walk the path of faith, penance, and knowledge, then not just this life, but every birth can be illuminated.